What do you say, Holeheads? Welcome to Taco Tuesday, a focus on the AC in Taco Tuesday this week. Finn, the loudmouth for the ACO, side by side with Frank here as the Cornhole Dude. And we toast to you and we tip our lids to you on this Taco Tuesday. And you're saying to yourself, something seems to be missing from your opening segment here. We'll still make the noise. But we celebrated pretty hard in Atlantic City with you.
It's light Bud Light Day.
Yes, we were very excited about the news that we had to share, and I think when you go to the bar and you drink them out of the draft beer, the Island draft beer, you know you've done your part. However, that said, it's all business as usual and straight down to business moving forward. So hope you guys had a good time. It was a great party, and now it's time to kind of get back to normalcy, if you will. Now we're going to talk about what it was we were celebrating here in just a moment, in case you've missed the big announcement. But lots to get to. The celebration. Also, just a reminder: if over the weekend we did YouTube and we did Facebook, just so whatever was easiest for you to get to, no matter where you were. The numbers were great on both sides, so we may continue to do that, run out both. But know that we're moving as much as we can the content to the YouTube channel. We invite you, as always, to subscribe. Also, ring that bell so that you get those notifications and you find out what we're up to and when we're up to it. As far as notifying you on all things, the other thing to notify you on is if you have a smart TV. This is something we saw a lot of people sending us pictures over the weekend. They were casting us from their phone up onto the TV from YouTube, or you can just put the YouTube app on, and it's built into a lot of different brands, Samsung and others. Just get that YouTube, and it doesn't have to be YouTube TV, just the YouTube icon there. Basically, your TV is now just a giant phone. Click on that, go to AmericanCornhole.com or American Cornhole on YouTube, and just click the subscribe button and click the notifications, and it'll pop up, and that way you'll be able to have everything up on the big screen if you'd like. And we're probably going to put together a little tutorial video to walk you through it if you're not familiar with it, or it kind of freaks you out and you don't want to blow your TV up or whatever. But again, subscribe, hit the bell, and share. A lot of YouTube stuff is coming. A lot more content is coming your way as well. On Twitter and Instagram, we're still pushing information out there, congratulating winners and doing that sort of thing. So feel free to hop on board there if you'd like to. TikTok, I'm still trying to figure out, but push texting is something else that we're doing. So if you want all the information on the big stuff that we're doing, on announcements of the moment, hop on right there and just text ACO to 833-695-1318. 833-695-1318, and you'll see that there on the bottom of the graphic. As always, at the bottom of the screen, you'll see the Season 19 Bag Partners, a list that just keeps growing and growing and growing and growing. But they're scrolling across the bottom, and sitting here in front of us are a couple of featured. And these are cool. Did these just come in today?
Yeah, both of these just recently came in, exactly.
Or in the last couple
days. This one is our 816 basement bags, the King Seat. Or King Seat, I think.
The King Seat, which I have to say, I'm really surprised it took this long for somebody to pick up a King Seat line.
I like both the feels of these bags. This one is Vibin. Vibin by Head Trip Bags.
The Head Trip Vibin bags.
So those are pretty nice as well. But we also got that program going now, Finn, too.
Well, and that was I was going to perfect lead in right there. The Bag Partner Deal of the Day just started this past weekend when we head to Atlantic City. And what it is, basically, every day at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific, we drop one bag maker. They provide one line of bags and 2 sets. So it could be 2 different colors, however, whatever it is in that line. 2 sets of 4.
Yeah.
You go to the link within there. While they last, there are only those 2 sets available. One set of 4, another set of 4. Each set of 4 available for what, $60, and that includes shipping.
That includes shipping. So basically, you're getting your bags for $50 and then $10 in freight. Yeah. So $60 total.
Yeah, you gotta love it. And there's
actually, I think it's $59.95.
Oh.
So you're saving 5 cents.
Well, that's what we should be promoting, for God's sakes. Haven't you ever seen a car commercial, for God's sakes? No, but that's the cool thing. There's only 2 sets available. You can get one or you can get both. But they're $60, including $59.95, including freight for each set of 4. And when they're gone, they're gone.
They're gone.
And then the next day, a new set drops at noon Eastern, and they run 7 days a week. So there's back to back to back to back to back. So get in there and check every day to see which bags might be the ones you want to try out or something you think looks cool and you want to add to your Zuka bag.
Well, you know what? This is the perfect timing to launch this program, too, with the holiday seasons coming up. If you're looking for somebody to get something special for, this is the time. We're still in the beginning, sort of the season.
Yeah.
So these bags are perfect to buy and use on your way to the World Championships in Owensboro. So it's perfect for all these new players that are getting involved, whether it be in South Dakota or out in Idaho or out on the West Coast. Great opportunity to get involved with ACO, pick up some bags at an economical price.
It's great stuff. And again, $59.95 for a set of 4, including freight. You can't beat that. And every day, it's sort of like a mystery every day. So check as quickly as you can at noon and get in there and get them if you want them. There is a sense of urgency with this.
Well, and the cool thing about it is if it sells out, doesn't matter. You can go to our bag partners page and pick up that set of bags from them directly.
Yeah.
So.
And the links will be included there, the best way to get a hold of each of those partners. And this is just another way to show some love to all of the partners that you see streaming across the bottom of the screen right now. And then when we're done, we'll go again because so many different lines of bags have come in. We want you to get a good look and feel for all of them. But again, time is of the essence. Noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific is when they drop. And when they're gone for the day. It'll stay up all day for the promotion for the company, but they might be gone. So get in there and grab them as quickly as you can. So you're saying to yourself, I think Haggard Bags is the one, featured today for $59.95, aka $60 shipped. So, and they are stamped and they are all approved. So that's good stuff too. So what was it that we were celebrating so heavily in Atlantic City? Well, first time in Atlantic City, and the Showboat was awesome. Sandwiched right there between the Hard Rock and the Ocean Hotels and Casinos. We had the world's largest indoor water park, and that thing was awesome. So everything you needed was self-contained right there and plenty to do. But the Showboat and then the terminal building, which we were playing in, were outstanding. And while we were there, last week this time, we introduced you to Daniel Lilly, who is our first ever ACO European director. He is going to be running out of the UKCL, the United Kingdom Cornhole League. He and his crew have been running tournaments there the past few years, continue to build things up in the UK. The ACO director, Daniel Lilly, were coming together, and we announced the first ever ACO Europe Major. And how cool is this? March 22, 23, and 24 of 2024.
In Manchester,
England. Yes, sir.
So that's gonna be cool, man. I mean, I've seen some photographs. I've never been to England before, so I am looking forward to going over there.
Well, and I don't think you're the only one, because to be honest with you, I've seen a lot of comments down under these posts saying, hey, so-and-so, and they're tagging, can we go? Let's go. So I think the folks in the UK might be a little bit surprised by the size of the contingent coming across the Atlantic to go, but you got plenty of time to make your plans, get those passports updated or in your pocket for the first time, and make this something special when the ACO family and the UKCL family come together for our first union/family reunion. The transatlantic handshake will be on at the end of March. So we were very excited. We were partying pretty hard with that announcement, and
just a little bit.
Some of you may have noticed. But that said, back to business moving forward. And I would tell you too, with regard to the England trip, there are lots of details that are coming. Ideas on places to stay. We'll give you more on the venue. We've already heard from Daniel. They've already got Scotland, I think. Someone reached out from Germany. There's people coming in from all over already excited about this to come be a part of the ACO and the UKCL together for this ACO major in Europe. So we're really looking forward to that. More details to come, so stay tuned. But yeah, start working those plans out early and get that vacation time, because you're going to add a couple days on both ends to take advantage of that. So that's what we were so excited about. It was a great opportunity to get to a city for the first time, to announce that we're going across the pond for the first time. And I would tell you too, I don't think anybody was more excited about this than the folks at the Par Inn in Cornwall. And it just so happened I got home Sunday. When was it? Oh no, this was last night. I got home, and on my doorstep was just a little box, an international
care package, huh?
delivery. Yeah, and it was from Tom Collins, our Cornwall cornhole champ, and he sent over a little Cornwall, like the little book of Cornwall, so I can learn something about it. It's got the flag of St. Piran on there, like I wear on my hat.
Now wait a second. Did he sign this or not? Because I'm going to be disappointed if he
didn't autograph it.
Tom,
We'll get him to
come
sign it while we're there.
on.
They're gathering a group from Cornwall to come up. So if you
We'll
miss
just pick
them,
up a new copy when we're out there. You don't want to lug that out and have him sign it.
I
We'll
will.
just pick up a new copy. when we're
I'll
out
read
there.
it on the. I'll read it
On
on the
the plane?
plane. Yeah. And by read it, I mean take a nap. Because as soon as I read, I fall asleep. That's why I do audiobooks. But so there was that, and then he sent these original Cornish Fairings spiced crunchy biscuits, which
tried them?
I decanted earlier so that we could try them.
Oh yeah, I love it. Let's do some of
here you
this.
go. Here's one, and typically you would have tea with these.
We gotta get one of the Oz too.
Would you
though.
like one? Would you like to try one? Oh, you sure?
Oz has to
Yeah.
try one.
You just had dinner, did you? All right. So, to you, tea time. Well, it'll be tea time over there in about 5 more hours. Or no, 12. I don't know. Later.
Cheers.
Sure.
All right, that's pretty good.
That is good. I like that spice. That's a great fall spice. But Cornish Fairings spiced crunchy biscuits.
It's
a
an
taste.
With banana peels mixed in.
I
A
like
taste
it.
that's out of Cornwall. So, good stuff. St. Ives Bay. But anyway, just part of it. And,
Oh,
how about that?
dude, I
Like
love
that?
it. I love it, man.
I told you it was going to be a revealing episode. There
That
it
is
is.
pretty revealing.
I'm going to pull this up and show you my Cornwall tattoo after I get it. But, yeah, so he sent that. And they said they are gathering everybody together to come from Cornwall up to Manchester. So, can't wait to see Tom and Emma and Millie and Matt and Tamsin and Toby again from the par end. We're going to be scooting down that way, I think, to have a couple of pints, I think, on their home turf. So looking forward to it. So it was a big weekend, not just in Atlantic City, but when we got to the Atlantic, we got out on the balcony and we waved to them, and I think they saw us. So anyway.
There were some flashing lights that came back at us.
Yeah, they were. Boop, 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 boop. Hey, everything this season obviously works back to the return to Throwensboro, Kentucky for the World Championships for season 19 back-to-back. At the end of the season, we ran a contest about who had the best time at the World. Submit your pictures. And congratulations to Tammy and A.T. Klinger for having won with their photo submissions. I think they had the best time everywhere they went last year. So it makes
They do
perfect
have,
sense.
I gotta say, they do have some of the best photos. They've got some creative thought juices that go into some of the stage photos, some of the non-stage photos. They've got a lot of fun
Well,
things
there may
they got
not
going
still
on.
be a better photo ever than the Vegas photo.
Dude,
of you
that,
guys
that
in
was
the elevator.
That was classic.
But Tammy, we will reach out to you to get you your prizing. Now, I will say this: you have a run for your money this year if we do it again with I think Chad and Kim. Chad and Kim's excellent adventure
They're in the running too.
has been an excellent adventure. That's absolutely the
We
case.
are going to Manchester, Chad and Kim.
Oh, are they?
Ah, at it. Chad and Kim are going, baby.
Outstanding. That's great stuff. Watched all day Friday and Saturday on YouTube app on my TV, says Anthony Russell. That's exactly what we're saying, baby. Clinton says, hey, fellas, Ricky Singleton, sing, let's go.
Sing Sing. We'll see. Sing Sing should be in South Bend, I think.
Yep, we'll see you in South Bend. We'll talk about that here in just a moment. But let's talk a little bit about the results where we just were in Atlantic City. And again, a first time there for a lot of his first time for me to be there. I loved the history of the boardwalk. We talked a lot about that. The fact that it is the Monopoly city, that Monopoly was based on all the properties there, boardwalk, and so on and so forth. In fact, St. Charles Place, I mentioned during the broadcast, is no longer there because the showboat is sitting on top of where it used to be.
Oh, wow.
So, and like Marvin Gardens was spelled Marven, but they changed it to IN for the board game. But something that I didn't know, I knew that Atlantic City had a lot to do with the development of the board game, but it was a woman who had gone to Indianapolis and played the game in its most raw form, brought it back to Atlantic City where it became what it was. So Indianapolis was really sort of where the genesis of the idea, and then
Started.
Atlantic City took advantage of all the different spots on the board and made it as such. But That said, there was no chance to this one. Philip Barnett basically told you what was going to happen, and it happened. So congratulations to Caleb Hurt in singles. He takes another purple badge for his purple jersey. Isaac and Caleb take doubles. I mean, it's until somebody beats him, he's going to keep picking them, and you can see why.
You know, speaking of Caleb, I mean, I was the one scoring him this weekend, and literally, I'm trying to text you and Rich to say, hey, you guys might want to get over here because I think we might be in store for another potential run at a perfect
pitch.
game.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, the minute I get ready and I hit the button, I jinxed it. We were in like frame 7 or 8, and Caleb had not missed a bag, and he was on fuego. He ended up only missing 2 of them during this
he ended up
Pro
in his
Series.
frame game with a 150.
So
Parker, your record from Panama
Still
City
stands.
Beach of 153 is safe. However, Tyler Amos was only 1 bag behind him with a 147.
those are big numbers.
And Tyler Amos ended up walking home with the big old wooden thing.
Well, he really didn't walk home.
No,
He
that's
gave
true.
me
He
the
left
big
it
wooden
with you.
thing. He gave me the big wooden thing
To ship it to him
bring it
before-
home, so I can bring it to the next major for him.
Yeah, he
so
couldn't get that on the plane. It wouldn't fit in the
Tyler's
overhead.
in the truck.
All right, so Tyler Amos, congratulations on our Skins Pro Series Skins game. 2 out of 5. He grabbed the big check. He racked up some serious cash, and he grabbed the big trophy, which he will collect at a later date. So congratulations to Caleb for singles, the Hurt brothers for doubles. Chloe Arrington threw a great weekend. She had a great weekend. She took down the women's division, and Scott Burridge grabbed his first purple jersey of the season by taking seniors.
Wasn't Chloe the only female to make it in the
Into
Pro
the Pro
Series?
Series Final 16, yeah.
And I think she ended up meeting Caleb in the very beginning, and I think she went down like 6-0, 6-1, and then the last frame kept getting pushed or something.
Everything got pushed to sudden death. And if that had happened, she would have beaten him 7-6.
Yeah.
But it came down to the final sudden death, and he ended up winning. But Chloe put on a clinic, and the one in the 16. See, that's what's funny about the way the Skins works. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The seedings only matter to a certain degree, and you got to go.
She worked her way back, and
Absolutely.
I don't know what. Maybe they finished 7-6. Maybe it was I forget, but it was. I know that it came down
I've
to
got it
the
somewhere.
last freaking frame.
Yeah.
And what an exciting way to start that Pro Series.
That was the very first match. It was awesome.
So
And the
congratulations to her for
Yeah.
being the only female in the field.
Yep, of 40 pros, the bracket is 16. Well done, Chloe Arrington. Scott Burridge takes seniors. He couldn't have been more over the moon about that. Good for you, bud. Isaac Hurt took juniors. And then Kelsey Heidert and Brandon Earls took the co-ed and did just they just cut through it like a hot knife through butter, as they say. But they were great. Brandon Earls got his first purple jersey of the season. He's going to have a lot of badges to put on there. He was playing great, lights out, and he was playing with those B3 bags from Andy, who was there helping us out. And this gives us an opportunity to thank the crew for everybody that was there. Andy did a bang-up job filling in, pinch hitting for Oz to take care of things on the video side.
Yeah, and that was a last-minute call-in, man. And Andy, I can't thank you enough for dropping things back home and running out to help us out.
Yeah.
So, again, appreciate that, Andy.
Yeah, and speaking of Burridge and Johnny Thomas and everybody who
those
helped
two are
with the
humpers.
setup crew, and April and Chris, as always, the thing ran like, as we like to say, Clark work, Junior and Tammy. A lot of the usual suspects, but you're not usual to us. You're unusual in your willingness to get out there and make it happen. So
Yeah,
thank you very
Rich
much.
and Tracy there with Whole Nation.
Well,
and
that's what I was going to say. And then you get to the point where it's like you take all those winners and you create these awesome pieces, and Whole Nation does it every time. And what I was going to say, they came in and they tried a new way of approaching the Game Zone Challenge. So they had not only did they have the mini bag challenge, which was great, but they worked with Andy to kind of handle it live and put together the way they put it together.
Yeah.
It was very cool. And we did the greenbacks. Green Construction Company LLC came in and sponsored greenbacks, which was you throwing backwards to the hole, and nobody won that one, so it rolled over to the next one, so that'll be fun. But we had 3 split the prize for the mini bag challenge, so all of the stuff with Whole Nation was outstanding.
We might have to up the insurance
well.
on the camera equipment there with those
Yeah.
kind of pitches going on. But no, it was,
Yeah.
there was quite a lot. But real quick, I just had to go back to the setup crew. I mean, they nailed it. I mean, I got to tell you, Johnny Thomas and I think Scott was also in PCB helping us out down there. But I know Angie was down there busting in PCB. But Johnny is at the last couple of tournaments has showed up there a little early, and he's a working mule, man. I gotta tell you, he helps us. We knocked the setup out in like 2 hours, and this is setting up center court, the trussing and everything else. So,
well, and you know why that was? That kept he and Angie from being over there getting $49.
The $49 cocktails.
The sugar had a $49 cocktail.
And it was awesome, apparently, because she went back like 10 times for those things.
She loved it, and she said, that's why, I'm your Uber driver this weekend. I deserve a $49 cocktail. But apparently everybody that tried it loved it. So thanks again to everybody who's a part of it. Congratulations to all our winners. Great Tier 2 and Tier 3. You see some of them featured there in our number 1 collage. But again, Tyler Amos takes Pro Series skins number 2 out of 5. The next one, and we've doubled the prize money to $10,000 for the Super Major in Owensboro. More on that to come as well. And since we're talking about Atlantic City, one last thank you to give to Matt LaChance and the folks at Rocket Bags for coming out, and also Gusto Boogie and company were out there. We met a lot of players from around the area, and we made some pretty good relationships. I think we got some pretty good stuff started. So that's going to be a lot of fun to pursue, and hopefully year after year we'll have an opportunity. And you can talk to those who went. I know Kelsey Hyder was very, very anxious to get back to Alabama. I know she had a great weekend in some spots, wasn't real crazy about it, but she said, I've never been so happy to be back in Alabama. New Jersey and Alabama are two completely different places. Well, absolutely.
I love the setup of it because the showboat itself was really family oriented, lots of gaming things to do.
Yeah. Indoor go-kart track.
You and I had the chance to go walk through the facility and see the whole water park and stuff like that.
Yeah,
that was pretty amazing. And we were there the weekend of a teachers conference, so it was packed. It was packed. But they had all sorts of other fun things down there. Remember the night we ended up doing the duck pin bowling? Who won that one? It doesn't really matter.
I remember who started out in the lead and who was last, and then how it flip-flopped. That seems to be what I remember.
They had skeet balling and
ski.
I said skeet balling.
No, you
balling.
don't. Skeet ball is something you don't want to play. Trust me. Look it up. Look it up in the Urban Dictionary later.
But it's a lot of fun, and Johnny and those guys did the go-kart racing that we never got. I think it was go-kart racing, right?
Indoor go-karting,
electric carts or whatever. But
he
apparently set the track record supposedly
by knocking 8-year-olds out of the way. But good job, Johnny Thomas, or as we called him, Tommy Jonas, every once in a while, because there was a couple times on center court, we're like, who is that wearing the Johnny Thomas costume? Because that ain't him. But they had a lot of fun this weekend. I think we all did.
And the cool thing about it, though, Finn, again, was it was tucked by two great casinos, the Hard Rock on one end and the Ocean on the other end. And they're good at taking people's money, but they're fun.
Yeah,
I guess.
It was fun. Well, we donated quite a bit to some players who ended up walking away with it out of different machines. I don't know how that filter went, but it did happen.
It didn't walk its way to us.
No, Tupelo on our way this weekend. The world famous furniture market. Can't wait. Right across the way from the Buffalo. Pocatello, Idaho. Can't wait. Gonna get in there. And it's going to be a fun weekend. Looking forward to having some Idaho players kind of roll in and be a part of it. That's the plan. Thanksgiving weekend, South Bend. We're going to be rolling in and setting up very early Friday morning. You can have your Thanksgiving. Come in. We'll let you know. We'll kind of update you about start times and everything else. But South Bend, always a party. And then looking ahead, Concord, North Carolina, December 7th. We're going to be at the Cabarrus Brewing. Now, Cabarrus Event Center is where we're going to be having the event, but Cabarrus Brewing on Thursday night in the mezzanine is where we're going to have the welcome party, and that's going to be very cool. So make sure you make plans to join us Thursday night, Cabarrus in North Carolina, in Concord. That's going to be a good one. So come on out. Now let's get back to the weekend that we've got right ahead of us. We've got Pocatello and we've got Tupelo, and we've got one guy who's going to tell you exactly what's going to happen one way or another. And this was not an easy field to pick from. These were stacked. So we'll take a quick break and we'll check out Time to Fill.
Welcome to another episode of Time to Fill. Just back from Atlantic City, and I got two majors to pick this week. So let's run down Idaho real quick, and then we're going to talk about Tupelo. In women's, in Idaho, Joanna Kresh. In seniors, I'm going with Mike Walters. In co-ed, the purse singers are going to get a honeymoon win. In Pocatello, Idaho, or I hope that's how you say it. In doubles, I'm going with Chip Garrett and Chandler Jones. Yes, Chip, I did pick you this week. And in singles, I'm going with Joey Persinger. Now let's get on to Tupelo. Listen to these numbers. 40 women, 33 seniors, 15 juniors, 39 co-ed teams, 210 singles, and 54 pros already in the main bracket. Now, how am I going to pick the winners here? I do not know because this field is loaded. So let's start out with women. Amber Fretwell, but watch out for Martina Belt and Kelsey Heitrott. And seniors, Johnny Thomas. I'm picking him again. Yes, I am. Scott Burridge beat him last week, and he's in this field. But watch out for Mark Smothers also here. And juniors, I'm going with Mason Higgins. But watch out for Spencer Garner and Bryce Jefferson. And co-ed. So many good co-ed teams here. The Fretwells, I'm going to take the win. But watch out for Kelsey Heitrott teaming up with Daryl Macon. Daryl Macon, another good Alabama player. And watch out for the Urbans and the Pucketts. And how about this team? Linda Oglesby teaming with Chris Day returning to the ACO. Glad to see Chris Day back, by the way. And doubles, I'm going to go with the Youngbloods again, Caleb Rogers and Riley Brewster, which is going to put Craig and Tyler in second for the second week in a row. And in seniors, I'm going with Gary Bearpaw. But watch out for Tyler Amos and a number of people that can win this. Johnny Thomas, Craig Irving, Sebastian Barger, Spencer Garner, Caleb Rogers, who won Panama City. So good luck to me picking this week because that's what it's going to be, pure luck. And if you think I should pick you, prove me wrong.
Oh, hey, thanks for having us back. Those were not easy picks to make, and I know he struggled with a couple of them, but thank you, Phil. And he said seniors. I know he meant singles, but grabbing Bearpaw out of that whole field, it's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. We haven't seen a lot of Gary at least I haven't in the tournaments that I've been to. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, we still have Anita's blanket in the truck, don't we? I think that's her blanket.
Is that?
That keeps working its way around. It's an
It's
Oklahoma
there.
Sooners blanket. So, Anita, if that's yours, we've got it, and we're waiting to see you.
Is
to
that
give
a
it back
Sooners
to you.
blanket? I thought it was an Arkansas Razorback.
No, I think it's
blanket.
Oklahoma Sooners.
Well, then it's in there. It's something's in there. I told him to give it to somebody down in Tupelo.
Nope, I put it back. I put it back in the truck. So thanks, Phil. Appreciate you. The Mississippi Ninja was on point this past weekend. He had as good a time as any. He had a lot of fun playing doubles and singles and co-ed as well. Kelsey Heitrott was his doubles partner, and I know he had a good time. So now you know what we're up to in Tupelo, Pocatello, again South Bendo the following week, and then of course we're working our way to Concord first weekend of December. So don't miss that Cabarrus Brewing welcome party on Thursday. Something else we're bringing back this year, and Rob Cooksey was nice enough, and through everything he's going through with his shoulder. Last week I saw him put out a note. He was out pitching with his opposite hand because he's got to have shoulder surgery. But as ACO before, what did he do before cornhole? Go figure. Car racing. We have a lot of
Common
car
thread
racers.
here. Common thread I'm seeing right now. I got to tell you, baby.
Yeah, we got a lot of racers. He was a dirt tracker in Missouri, and I think he said he won a couple of championships running dirt in Missouri. So, Rob Cooksey, good luck to you with the shoulder, brother. And I love seeing
Those are cool.
those pictures. I love dirt track racing.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
pretty
it's so
solid.
much
That's
fun to
pretty
watch.
solid.
But good stuff. So ACO before, if you've got any pictures and descriptions of what you did before cornhole took over your entire life, or before you joined the ACO, we want to see them. And even if it is car racing still, and maybe you were a drag strip racer and you raced against Shirley Muldowney. No one remembers. No one remembers.
Don't know who that is.
The only female dragster, I think, for the longest time. And I don't know why. That's the stuff I remember. I can't remember
good.
some other people's names that I just met today.
All the Force girls.
But that's right. What was his name?
John Force.
John Force. Yeah, his daughters I think raced, but Shirley Muldowney, I think, if I'm not mistaken, set
I
the
would have
table.
guessed like Pinky Tuscadero
Pinky-
or something
yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
Leather Tuscadero.
Leather Tuscadero.
Leather.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Pinky did this.
Yeah. I keep combining both of them.
Yeah. By the way, thanks Shelby for that 45-minute conversation with this one with the leathery pants. Anyway, good stuff. Send those pictures to taco@americancornhole.com with a little description, and we'll see if we can't get you up on an episode of the taco. Rocket Cornhole checking in. Had a great time. Nice to meet you guys.
No, Matt was awesome.
Yeah, Matt and your group, just great folks. I'm sorry we didn't get to spend a little bit more time. Anthony Russell brings up a great point. And Jaden Wilkinson took down Ferg, and then stepped right back up on center court and took down Craig Irvin. And we were going to call him the King's person beater. We don't want to get in trouble. So anyway, he was he took down king after king. It was like watching him play a game of chess as a third party. He cornered both kings and checkmated them both. Jaden Wilkinson is a player who you're going to want to be paying attention to in the future, and he really had a great weekend. And again, he's another one of those guys like Dakota Payne who kind of just popped up out of nowhere, and I'm like, holy cow! And it's funny. We said it wasn't pretty, but it was pretty effective the way that he did it, and his strategy worked out really, really well. But congratulations to all of our winners, all of those who played at such a high level in Atlantic City. It was so much fun, and all of this, of course, as you know, leads to back-to-back World Championships in Owensboro, Kentucky.
Owensboro, Kentucky, man. I cannot wait. And I mean, we still have to go to Owensboro for that Super Major.
That's right, that tent pole, baby.
That Super Major coming up. I cannot wait for that, babe.
That's going to be great. Thursday, Friday, and
that's
Saturday.
That's a 3-day event instead of a 2-day event, and it's got extra money tied to it for players, not only in the Pro Series, but in the other events going on as well. So
overall, $30,000 purse, $10,000 of that's carved out for the Pro Series, which again is a great deal when you got free entry. So I expect we're going to have a lot of frame games. I know Barnett has said, I'm getting in that final bracket. I'm getting in there. I said, I want you to. I want you on that side of the announce table while I'm on this side. We did that once this past weekend. Didn't go so good. But next time, Philip, redemption. And then we'll split your winnings. How about that? Let's see, what else? Oh, yeah, and the Super Major that first weekend of January. Make sure you start getting, I think the tickets are ready to go on sale tomorrow. And you'll watch for an e-blast. We're sending out a special e-blast to congratulate Tyler Amos for picking off everybody else in the second ACO Pro Skins. And so the link to the next one will be in that as well. So we wanted to send out a special e-blast just for him. I think that's really it. I mean, golly. That's a lot.
A lot going on, man. Appreciate the way you got it all out there to everybody. But again, I just want to say one more thanks to the entire ACO team that was out there. I don't think I'll miss anybody, but I mean, with Andy and Philip and Finn, running the show over there on center court, and April and Chris doing what they did behind the scenes there, and Rich and Tracy doing their whole nation gig, and me and Johnny and Scott and the rest of the Tammy and Junior for everything they did that whole weekend, you can't thank the crew enough. I mean, we set up, tore down, and ran in between, and did a great job there in Atlantic City. And look forward to going back to Atlantic City, because I think it's going to turn into one of those that's going to be super special for players moving forward, kind of like a Panama City Beach type of event where there's just a lot of other things going on that you can do.
Yeah, there's a ton of stuff. There's 7 or 8 different casinos and hotels and things. And a lot of people, the restaurants and all of these too. We went to the Gordon Ramsay pub, not the Hell's Kitchen, but the pub, and had a great sandwich and some sides. It was great. And we went to Wahlburgers actually twice, and really enjoyed that. That was cool. I mean, and again,
what was the name of the? What was the Ducktown?
Ducktown. We went to cool down on Atlantic Avenue.
Yeah.
Ducktown was the kind of bar we talked about. If we owned a bar, that would be the bar.
Yeah, our boy Danny took us there. That was solid. And thanks to thanks to the Showboat for everything that they did.
Dan Gallagher and the Atlantic City Sports Commission, all of it for making it possible. They kind of were winding down their sports season with us. I think they were happy with it. Saw Gia from the Showboat. Thanks so much for your hospitality. It was great fun, and we were blowing off some steam. We were really excited. It's been a hell of a last 6 to 8 weeks around here behind the scenes. So for those of you who are there, it was over the top, no pun intended, OTT, but it's back to business now. So we appreciate your indulgence and the excitement and the enthusiasm of blowing off some steam and having a good time. And I think everybody did. So with that said, I don't know if anybody's got any other questions there. But again, don't forget, we're going to wrap things up by reminding you what it was we were so excited about. And that is the first ever ACO Europe Major, which is going to be awesome. Manchester, England. If you're a Premier League fan, you know what's going on in Manchester. And what's funny is we saw a great picture. They've got one of their opens coming up here real soon. And the picture looks just like the river and the bridge across Cincinnati. So it was kind of very reminiscent. So that was kind of cool for us to see. But Daniel Lilly and everybody at the UKCL could not be more excited to announce the Manchester ACO Europe Major, and we cannot wait to work with you guys to put it all together. More details coming on hotel and everything.
Yeah, apparently our players can't either, because I'm getting texts from people telling me how much the plane flights are costing them and stuff like that right now as we're talking right
Yeah.
now.
Well, you know what? Ask for Christmas.
Here we go, baby.
Plane tickets. That's what you want for Christmas. You got plenty of time to save. And I'm telling you, take some time and make some time on both sides, on both ends of it, to go and check things out. You've never seen a greener green than you will see if whatever is green will be the greenest green you've ever seen.
Sounds like a
Except
Dr.
for-
Seuss book or
yeah.
something that we're going into.
Well, I am the cat in the hat, and you're the cat in the backward hat. Jack Harcrow has a question. No, he doesn't. Anyway, we're going to turn your Taco Tuesday back over to you. Thanks again to everyone in Cornwall for the love. I can't wait to learn a little bit more about you, and I can't wait to get over there and come down to the Par Inn and tip a pint with you. So that said, Squidward says cheers. My man says
Bud Light.
Bud Light, the Bud Lightest, the Bud Lightest. There, cheers to Frank Geers, the Cornhole Dude, who reminds you.
Keep on pitching.
Mm-hmm.